In this video, we're going to be looking at the Mini Cooper Clubman.
First off, looking at the front, it basically looks like any other Mini, but it's not until you come to the rear where you see the true difference between the Mini and the Mini Clubman. And here it is, the rear end of the Mini Clubman, and I've got to say, I do like it. I know a lot of people might have mixed opinions on it, but I think it looks pretty nice. It has quite an estate look, but it doesn't claim to be an estate. I just think it looks cool. I like the idea, and I like the double opening doors on the back. Under the bonnet, you will be greeted with a 1.6 litre petrol engine. Obviously the most desired one being the supercharged one in the Cooper Works. But this is still good enough, giving you a nice combined MPG of around 50. On a run it'll probably give you around 60 or so. So not too bad at all. Now we move on to what is probably the main talking point of this car, and that is the boot with the double opening doors. Now usually they do spring open, but these are a bit old, so the gas struts aren't that good. This isn't my car, so I'm not going to go rummaging around in the boot, but all you need to know is you have this boot section here, which is 290 litres of storage. Underneath there is a bit more storage, and underneath that there's another layer where there is a spare wheel. Now if you drop the seats, you get 940 litres of storage space, so that's pretty good from something with a Mini badge on it, I think. Now one of the issues with this is to get in the back, really you're going to opt for the driver's side where the suicide door is, or as they call it, the club door. So this comes out, but the problem is it's on the driver's side, so you are likely to step out into the road, which is never a good sign really. So now I'm going to try and hop in the back in a fashion. I'm now sat in the back. Obviously the headroom is probably just about okay, but then it would be because they've obviously extended the roof onwards to fulfill the Clubman look. Legroom, you know, to say for the type of car it is, it isn't bad, but there's not like as much as you'd want. There's not a lot of support under your legs here, but yeah, it's a bit cramped in a way, but I don't know. I still think I could happily be in the journey on this thing. One thing I will instantly put the points down for is it has no center armrest, and I know it's a Mini. I know they probably aren't designed like that to have one, but I think rear seat passengers should always have a center armrest. It should be the law. It's like cup holders. Every car should have cup holders. And speaking of cup holders, we have these in the back. So we have these sort of cup holders. I don't know how they would be with a can of Coke or a Mackey's drink or something like that. They do look a little puny, but without testing them properly, I can't properly say. So now we're in the front seat, and immediately one thing I want to point out before I start talking about this is this rather large speedo. I know it's in a lot of the cars, but you can even see it on the camera how much glare it's got. And you know, when you're turning corners and things like that, just driving in general, the glare really does put you off. Also, other little niggly thing I found is these vents here. They tend to droop down, and that's not me setting the position. They've done that themselves. As the car drives and you get vibrations and stuff like that, they just want to point downwards, which is a bit irritating. And another annoying thing with this is with the windscreen wiper settings. So setting 1 is pushing in on the end, setting 2 and 3 is pushing the stalk up. Why can't they all just be on the stalk pushing up and down and just have that as your windscreen wash? But I guess in another way, the whole point of the car is to be a bit quirky and unique. You know, if it's just one of those cars where, like, it only really applies to people who like Minis, as daft as that might sound. Because, you know, really, if you want a hatchback, a reliable hatchback or something like that, you'll go for something else. If you want a reliable estate, you'll go for something else. And that's just what it is with this car. But it's not exactly the worst thing in the world. You know, I definitely see the appeal to these Minis. But anyway, before I carry on blabbing on, let's talk a bit more about the interior. So I think the trim is quite nice. I do like the bit of chrome around the dials and stuff. Steering wheel is a very nice steering wheel, buttons nicely placed with the 3-spoke and stuff. The only thing I think that lets it down is this, these controls here, because they seem cheap and they're rubbery, and over time they just have got worn. I think if they carried on with just the plastic, and maybe if they had a chrome dial there and there, I think maybe that would have suited it a bit better. Also, 2 cup holders, points there. Definitely need cup holders. It comes with a 6-speed manual, which is an okay box. Oh, and also you have your light switches up there, which is, of course, typical Mini.
Right, so now we're going to be looking at, the main aspect of a car, which is the driving. We have a fob that inserts. Now we press the button. Copyright. Press clutch. And there we go. So, right off the bat, it's a 1.6. I'm not going to try and sell you a car that, I'm not trying to say it's a race car or anything like that. It pulls about, well, as much as you'd expect. The gearbox and the clutch are a bit stiff, but again, it's not really made for that, and I'll never try bigging cars up too much that aren't made for that. But shifting downshifts and things like that, they're quite nice. Where it really comes alive is the corners. My God, this car in the corners, the handling, it's just so well. It's point and poke, and it holds on to itself so well. It is unbelievable. Like I said, it's not a race car with a 1.6 litre, but do you know something? Round the lanes, this thing really is a monster, and you really can chuck it about, and it's so forgiving. A lot of cars that I've driven have felt boaty, wallowy. Even the smaller cars, they feel like that, but this, I don't get that at all. Everything's stiff, everything's firm, and then when you want to go around the corner, it will take you round there. The only thing that really lets this car down at the moment is the run flat tyres, because they really do give you quite a hard ride. It's just about enough power to get you out of trouble, but not enough power to get you in trouble, sort of thing. But it drives really nice for its age. And it's crazy to think that in 2 years, this car will be 20 years old. A 2008 car is going to be 20 years old in 2 years. It's really insane to think. But this car in particular, to be fair, it's probably not going to feel too sluggish, because we are on 39,500 miles. So realistically, this car hasn't been touched, And it's doing well for it. It still feels relatively well put together. The clutch is a bit high, but from what I hear from some Mini owners, it is a Mini thing. So to summarise, would I have one? No, I don't think I would. But you know what? If this is your sort of thing, I definitely understand the appeal, and I definitely would go for one if I was more into Minis. But for me, I'm too much in love with my BMWs personally. So I guess I'm a bit biased. And you could argue it is a BMW, but still it's, a 3 or a 5 Series for me. But again, if this is what you're in the market for, it can really be a good daily car. 50 mile to the gallon, you've got a decent amount of space in the rear. All in all, it's not a bad car by any means. And as much as it's got its niggly little bits that are annoying, you can really live with it on a day-to-day. And it is a sort of car that you can hop in, go to work and back, and use it for nipping around. It's quite a good car. Long journeys, I don't know, you might get a bit uncomfortable over time, but it's not a bad car at all. So that is it for this video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, peace.